on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode number 1206. That's right, episode number 1206 of Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from Red Morton Park. Today is day 38 of the GNA Positivity Challenge, and today we're going to be talking about what was affecting me is no longer relevant. One more time. The topic of today's stream is what was affecting me is no longer relevant. Again, only 2 laps tonight. It's 50 degrees. It's going to be hitting below that on my walk. It's a little chilly, but I've got my gloves on and got my jacket on, and I'll warm up after half a lap or lap or so. But I hope you've all had a great day. And, today I'm going to be talking about something that I probably won't be talking about after this for a while. I'm not saying I'm never going to talk about it again, but I'm going to be making some statements here today and correcting the record again because a group of people on YouTube just can't seem to stop being mischievous, right? Let's just put it that way to be polite. And, some people have created a network of people that want content presented to them in ways that is the complete opposite of what is true, right? To paint you, in this case me, as someone that is unstable, as someone that is a loser, as someone that is a bad person, a criminal, right? And that's what this one group of people have done to me for the last 6+ years. But there's been another person that joined this group about 2.5 years ago. And I have to say, they are the type of person that never backs off, that never stops harassing, that never stops defaming, that never stops accusing people, right? And this lady from Florida that has become good friends, close friends with another gentleman that lives in Florida that I'm suing in a circuit civil case. And she's gotten involved above and beyond what she should be getting involved in. And she accuses people, including myself, of many wrongdoings that are absolutely not true and can be proven true, and there's proof of that. I have the proof, right? And then she goes around YouTube and follows me and others wherever we go, listens to every word that we say very carefully, and then takes the words that we say out of context and accuses us of slandering her, right? And defaming her, right? And then she goes and posts on her community wall and threatens to sue myself and many other people, right? That's what she does, right? She threatens to sue people. And she has sued people. She sued me before over a business dispute, over a long-time business name I had that she basically copied on purpose as a YouTube prank and then sued me over it. I'm not going to get into the details. We settled that case, right? We settled that case, and in that settlement agreement, the settlement agreement stated we both agree to run a business with a similar name, and there will not now nor ever will be any trademark or copyright infringement. And she's been trying to play it off to her audience like, give me a second. Somebody is coming up behind me. She's trying to play it off like in that settlement agreement, I gave her a lifetime license to my current, past, and any future content. I never did that. You have to explicitly state that in the contract. I never did that. She knows that the purpose of that settlement agreement was to protect the business trademark, name, and image, right? On both ends, right? But because she can't make any other content that'll keep her audience around, she has to spin things in any way possible, right? And when I filed a DMCA down on her channel last week to assert my copyrights, because she was using a massive amount of my content and stretching it out into 2+ hours and monetizing it, right? Because I asserted my copyrights, she's now saying I'm violating the settlement agreement. I am not violating the settlement agreement. Not only is she accusing me of violating the settlement agreement that I'm not, the fact that she's accusing me over something that isn't true, that in itself is defamatory. Now, she's going to watch this, and I'm going to mention some things here tonight very professionally, respectfully. I'm going to get to the point. And after tonight, at least for a while, we're not going to be talking about her. I'm not going to mention her name, by the way. We're not going to be talking about her or the defendant in my case or anyone else. Not because I don't want to, because I'm choosing not to. There's no point. If there's a point for me to talk about whatever I want to talk about within my First Amendment protected speech that's relevant and hasn't been played out, I'll talk about it. I just feel after tonight there's no point to talk about this, at least for right now. Maybe in a month or two there might be something new or big, but right now it's just a bunch of the same old, right? That's all it is. Lather, rinse, repeat, right? So, here's the thing. This woman in Florida, I'm not even going to read what any of those stock accounts say. Just keep banning them. Don't even look. If they're the long, triggered messages, just ban them. I'm not even looking at your messages. Just ban them. I'll ban them myself. I'll beat all the mods to it. You're going to have no say trolling in my chat. None. Florida lady. Or anyone that's loaded up stock accounts for her. Here's the thing. Listen very carefully. You keep threatening to sue me, right? Instead of threatening to sue me and telling your people you're going to sue me, how about you file the case and sue me? How about you file the case and sue me? I welcome your lawsuit. I look forward to your lawsuit. I want you to sue me. Like I've said before, I'll say it again. Now, I don't think you're going to sue me. I'll tell you why in a second. Hey, babe, how you doing? Respectfully, maturely, professionally is in the house. Hey, GLM. Hey, Tia, how you doing? I'll tell you why I don't think she's going to sue me. I think it's all a YouTube theatric. But I hope she does. I hope you do, ma'am, and I really want you to sue me. I'm going to share with you the legality of what you can do. And no, you cannot reopen a past case over a settlement agreement. You have to file a new case to enforce it. You can't reopen a settlement agreement in a small claims case. There's no jurisdiction left with the court. So she has to file a completely new case here in San Mateo County where I live. We'll get back to that, but let's go over this slowly so everyone understands, right? Let's go over this slowly so everyone understands. Dawn is a wonderful woman, says GLM. Yes, she is. Tia says, hi, Dawn. Hi, GLM, says Dawn. I want her to sue me. I want her to sue me for the contract, and I want her to also sue me for defamation, like she's threatening to do. So I want her to sue me for breach of contract, breach of settlement agreement, and I also want her to sue me for defamation. And we'll get back to that in just a little bit. So, again, instead of you flexing your muscles to your audience and running your mouth on YouTube all day, start filing the paperwork and file the lawsuit. But I'm also going to tell you this. If you're thinking of filing the case in small claims, you can try to do that for the settlement agreement. But if you add defamation to that, then that's the wrong venue. So here's the thing. You accused me today on GLM stream. Apparently, I can't go on anyone else's channels. And just speak professionally and respectfully about things that are going on. Without having her stalk me and then basically create libel on me, meaning posting on her community wall defamatory written statements are libel. Slander is spoken, libel is written, right? So I went on the GLM stream and I basically mentioned to her, because she was talking about how she threatened me, I said that there was a stream that she ran and Coach Jay was on that stream and he threatened me. And then she didn't do a thing about it. And she basically said that, I forgot exactly what she said right now, but she downplayed it. She absolutely downplayed it. Like it was some kind of a joke or something. Making fun of somebody is not a crime, not a crime, not a crime, she said, right? But she allowed Coach Jay to come on, the guy that convinced her to try to steal my business, which is why this whole thing started like over 2 years ago, right? That was weird. Was that like a megaphone or something? What the hell is that? You know, obviously, this is not the defendant trolling tonight, because he's actually live right now doing something completely unrelated. So it's either her or someone acting on her behalf, or it could be Louisiana Man. We could have been wrong about this whole thing. You can't have somebody be live right now and then trolling at the same time. That's just not possible. I just keep banning those ridiculous people. Hey, What I'm telling all of you right now, including you soccer accounts that are just ridiculous people, what I'm telling you all right now is I want her to file the lawsuit. Go ahead and do it. If it's going to be for the settlement agreement, she can file that in small claims court. If she adds defamation to it, then that's the wrong venue. If she adds defamation along with the settlement agreement in question, like she says, in small claims, I will file a motion that it's the wrong court. And the right court is going to be a civil unlimited case, which is a full-blown civil case here in California. In Florida, they call it a circuit civil case that I've filed on the defendant who lives in Florida regarding the other person I'm suing here on YouTube. Here in California, in my jurisdiction, she would have to sue me here, and it would have to be in a civil unlimited case that would cost her like $400 to file or something like that, right? That's if she wanted to sue me for defamation, right? If she only wants to sue and go to court to try to claim that I breached the settlement agreement, I'll just go to court. In that case, I'll show the judge that I paid her $1,000, and I'll say, Your Honor, I never explicitly gave her a lifetime license to my entire library of content. That would be stupid. You know, I'm not going to say stupid, but I mean, no one would do that. Right? I love how triggered the suck account is that's coming back in here saying, back to court we go. Oh, I want to go back to court. Here's the thing. I want to go back to court we go. I want to go to court, so I want her to sue me. So listen, I'm trying to do you suck accounts a favor and say, look, tell your friend, the woman that's threatening to sue, to actually sue. Because here's what's going to happen if she sues me, and she knows this. And here, I'll tell you another reason why she won't. But I'm going to tell you first of all what's going to happen if she does sue me, right? If she does sue me for just the document that she knows is ridiculous for her to assume it means that I've given her a lifetime license to my entire content, hell no. Oh, no. But if she tries to add defamation to that, then we're going to file a motion and say this is the wrong court. This needs to be moved to a full civil unlimited hearing. A full civil case, right? If she files defamation, it's going to get moved because small claims is not going to be able to handle the defamation aspect because I'm going to countersue her for defamation of character. I'm also going to countersue her for malicious prosecution. I believe it's within the statute of limitations because she tried to get a stalking order on me in Florida that she failed to appear. Now, I don't know if because she failed to appear, I have to look and see if I can file that. But I showed up. I couldn't show up. That day I wasn't approved for remote appearance, and I told the judge I can't make it, and that I couldn't show up. I wanted to show up, but they wouldn't let me appear remotely, and I'm 2,500 miles away. But I'm going to look and see if I can also sue her for malicious prosecution. But at least defamation, I'm going to sue. I'm going to counter-sue her for defamation. I'm going to counter-sue her for abuse of process. I'm going to counter-sue her for intentional infliction of emotional distress. Okay? I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm on a roll, so I'm sorry, folks. I'll get to it when I can. Okay? And here's the thing. Yeah, I filed the case. I'll countersue for all of that. I'll countersue with a countersuit that's as thick as a phone book. My countersuit's going to be as thick as a phone book. And guess what? You know what's interesting? I've already got all the evidence gathered because she's acting in concert. She is coordinating with the defendant to continue this harassment and everything else. In the circuit civil case, I have sued the plaintiff, who's a friend of hers, in Florida, right? So I've already got all the evidence prepared. So it's going to be real simple for me to countersue her for defamation of character, intentional infliction of emotional distress, abuse of process, and possibly, possibly malicious prosecution. I have to look into that, but at least the other three, right? So I tell you, you keep telling me that you're going to sue me. You keep telling me that you're going to sue me. I'm coming out here publicly live on YouTube and asking you and practically begging you to sue me. I am begging you to sue me. So I'm trying to give you what you want. You want to sue me because you're saying that I'm violating you. You're saying I'm defaming you. You're saying that that I breached. You're saying that I breached the settlement agreement. And I'm telling you, I want you to sue me. Go ahead and sue me. See, here's the thing. You have two choices. You're going to do one of two things. You're either going to sue me, which is what I want you to do so we can clear this up in the legal court system, or number two, you're going to continue to make YouTube content and YouTube theatrics out of it. I think you're going to go with number two. I think you're going to go with YouTube theatrics. Because here's the thing. You know, once you sue me, you open yourself up to everything else in the countersuit. You already know that, right? And here's the thing. In the circuit civil case with the other guy I'm suing, that's your friend that you're trying to protect, right? In that other case, you've been trying to act like you're a party to the case when you're not. You try to file motions for a hearing for non-party status without requesting leave of court and then filing a motion to intervene, right? And the reason why you haven't done that is because the moment that you get approved, even for a limited status party in that case, then you're open to sanctions, you're open to punitive damages, you're open to a protective order on you, and you don't want that responsibility, right? So here's the thing. If you were going to sue me in California here for defamation in my jurisdiction, and if you try to file this case in Florida, it's not the proper jurisdiction. I'll have that shot down, and then you'll have to refile here in California, right? So, give me a second here. We got some people coming. So here's the thing. If you were going to sue me here in California, then you would file a motion to intervene in the other case. You see, what you don't want, ma'am, is to be in a civil, full-blown civil case with me, whether it's the case with the defendant, getting involved in that as another party, even limited. It exposes you to everything, right? If you sue me out here for defamation, then I can counter-sue you for the same thing. And you know the evidence I have. It's all set to go, too, right? And then if you want to sue me for the settlement agreement, that you tried to throw the same thing on me. You tried to throw the same thing on me last year. You never filed it. You tried to scare me away, leading me to believe that I can't stand up for my copyright, which I can. Give me a second here. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're all talk and no action. You use scare tactics. Now, you have sued me before. You have sued other people before, right? But see, back then, I was a lot more vulnerable. You found some loopholes, including the fact that I didn't even realize I needed a business license for my online networking organization. Okay, you found a loophole, whatever, right? I've closed all those loopholes. I've closed all the loopholes. I've got an LLC. I've got a DBA. I've got a registered trademark, not only with the USPTO, United States Patent and Trademark Office, but I also have one with the Secretary of State, right? I've got everything. I've got everything right now. I closed all the loopholes. I took a couple years to get everything in order because this day was inevitable. This day was inevitable where you and I would end up back in court. And I would love to end up back with you to settle this once and for all. Hello, Conquistador. This day was inevitable, right? This day was inevitable. I closed all the loopholes and here we are. And you're still trying to slander me. You're slandering and you're using slander and libel. Slander spoken, libel written. You write a lot on your community walls. You constantly defame me and I have all the proof. Okay? And then I go on someone else's live stream and I mention something that's exactly how it happened. You brought on Coach Jay to threaten me on your panel, and then you said that's just, that's an insult or something like that, right? Or that's a joke, and you made it sound like it's no big deal. I have all those clips. I have all the clips, right? Here's the thing: you keep threatening court. I keep telling you I want you to sue me. The last times I've told you to sue me over the last month or two, you told me, hey, I'm not going to sue you. If you want to sue me, you have to file the case. See, I think you're trying to upset me to file the case. And I'm not going to file a case on you at this point. I may down the road after I'm done with the other case, regarding the circuit civil case. But right now, I'm not going to file a civil case on you. And I still have the copyright case to think about between now and December 17th. So you keep threatening to sue me. You keep telling myself and your audience that I'm violating a settlement agreement. Okay? You keep telling me that I'm defaming you, which I'm not. I am ready and prepared to go to court with you. I'm making a public statement on my public YouTube channel. This is as professional as it gets. I'm coming out here saying, why don't you file the paperwork tomorrow and file it in a real civil unlimited case here in California? Forget about small claims. If you want to go after me for defamation, file a civil unlimited case and we can both hash it out in court legally instead of out here on YouTube. If not, then go your own merry way. Because here's the thing. If you don't file that case and I'm not served sometime in the next 2 to 4 weeks, then I know it's all for YouTube theatrics, and you're going to have to explain to your audience why you said you were going to sue me and you didn't. They're all going to know that it's for YouTube theatrics, trying to get a reaction from me. And this is not a reaction. This is just me saying, do it. I'm just talking about I'm cool. I want you to sue me so we can resolve any issues you have with me once and for all in a civil court. We can do it civilly in a civil court, right? You don't want that. You want YouTube theatrics because on YouTube, you put all of your self-worth into this Eli thing, right? Into this defame Eli for dollars, right? You're right. People in their chat don't care if it's real or not, Eli. They just like the drama, right? Right? We're not talking about January 9th right now. We're talking about the Florida woman. We're talking about the Florida woman and her threatening to sue me. I've already sued the other guy. And you know what? Regardless of when that motion to dismiss / anti-slap is at, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm also ready for the Florida woman to keep her promise and sue me in a full-blown civil unlimited case here in California in my jurisdiction. And she can file her defamation on me if she wants, whatever she wants. You know, she can file whatever she wants, and then I'll countersue her. They countersued as thick as a phone book, or thicker than a phone book. Because I'll tell you, if you think the complaint for the defendant currently in litigation with was long, 350 pages, hers is probably going to be like 500. The cool thing is, I've already done the work in the other case because she's somebody that's been acting in concert with him, which is why she's listed in a ton of pages in the factual of the other case. She's not going to sue me. I really do want her to. No joke, I'm not lying. Oh, by the way, like I've been telling you all along, Florida lady, if you decide to go through the suit, because I think you're full of it. I think you're all for YouTube theatrics. If you decide to sue me, yeah, you don't have to hire a process server. Just send me certified mail. It costs $3, $4, $5. A waiver of service. I will sign it. You don't even have to pay the $75 to ABC Legal to serve me. I'll serve myself. I'll do you a favor. I'll make it easy for you to serve me. All right? I'll sign a waiver of service. Save you the money. Right? That way you don't have to hire Twiggy to drive 500 miles and get more video on me, right? Right? You want to make YouTube theatrics out of this, right? I'm not here for YouTube theatrics. I'm here to handle this civilly in a court. I'm not here to play games and use the court for YouTube content to harass an innocent YouTuber, which is what you're doing. If you want to sue me for saying you're harassing me by filing these cases, then sue me for that too, and let's go to court. Okay? Let's go to court. I'm here live at the park. I'm not scared. You don't scare me. Your scare tactics don't work. They never have. I just didn't realize how vulnerable I had things set up for someone like you to come in and try to take my business and try to make my life miserable. Especially since you've had people take advantage of you business-wise in the past. You've even mentioned that. So instead of you being humbled by that, you go and do that to someone else because you thought it'd be funny and you were trying to impress somebody, Coach Jay, on YouTube. You want to sue me for that? That's the truth of the matter. I'll play that clip. I'll play all the clips. I've got every clip on you. I've got every community post. I've got every clip. I've got all your defamatory stuff you've done. I've got all the copyright you've infringed on. Your entire Rumble channel is downloaded. Everything on YouTube I've downloaded. You have massively infringed my copyright using substantially large portions of my full content. I can bring that up in civil court as you violating my right of publicity. Right of publicity is something you sue for in civil court. I decided to not sue this current defendant for that, for various reasons, but I could sue you for that. Because you massively violate my right of publicity. Okay? So instead of you trying to be a big shot on YouTube at the expense of slandering my name and using libel as well on your community posts, instead of you doing slander and libel, how about we just go to court and settle our differences there? Right? Remember Doug Llewellyn from the People's Court? He used to say, don't take the law into your own hands. You take him to court. Let's go to court. You want to sue me? I'm welcome to your lawsuit. I'm practically begging you on my live stream on YouTube to sue me. I want you to do it because I want to file my count notifications on you. I would love for you to intervene in this current case with the other person, right? Intervene in this case, file the lawsuit here. It'd be easier for you to intervene in this current case than to file a separate lawsuit, right? Now, you probably have to think about it because you're wondering, well, what's better for my YouTube optics? Which way should I go, or what should I lead my audience to believe? The action I'm going to take on Eli, which I'm just bluffing because I know he's got me. If we go to court, I know he's got all the evidence, a mountain of evidence, 100 mountains of evidence, right? Right? I look forward to your live tomorrow. It's a public stream. I'm allowed to watch it. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be screen recording everything from here on out. I'm letting you know. I'm putting you on notice, right? That doesn't mean I'm going to take action right away, but I'm going to preserve all the evidence. And when the time is right, you will be deposed on that evidence. When the time is right in any one of these cases, I'm just letting you know. Right? I look forward to what you have to say tomorrow. File the suits or move on. Now, and by the way, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly or see me clearly. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly or see me clearly. Thank you. Dawn is doing just fine. You know what? You know what makes me so proud of Dawn? My woman, listen, I don't expect a lot from my woman. I really don't. I just love her, okay? But my woman today, and I'm not going to say where I'm going to get food. People calling to cancel these orders like they've done in the past. But I was going to get food somewhere else today, and my lady knows where one of my favorite places is to go get food. And she said, let's just go get food there. I actually feel like eating food there. I'm like, are you sure I can go to the other place you wanted me to go to originally? No big deal. No, let's just go there. I know you like it too. I mean, that meant the world to me, you know? That meant the world to me when my woman just is that supportive. Like, she's always supportive, but that's just wonderful. I want to make sure you folks can still hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly and see me clearly. Put a 1 in the chat one more time because I have something very important to say. Thank you, babe. Respectfully, maturely, professionally. So, Florida lady, listen up. I'm giving you until tomorrow morning. Tonight, I'm going to enjoy the night with my lady. I'm giving you till tomorrow morning to remove that community post where you took a screenshot of my community post to steal my engagement. If that community posting is still up tomorrow morning when I get up, I'm going to file a DMCA copyright takedown notice on your community posting. And your channel already went down for copyright actively. Another copyright and probably whatever else has been flagged on your channel. I mean, you're looking at your channel being very close to being removed from the YouTube partner program or getting terminated altogether. You should start thinking about that, ma'am, before you do this to yourself. Because I have the right to protect myself, and I will. You grayed out my picture and my channel name, but the actual text which I wrote is my copyright. The text is copyrightable too. So I will file a DMCA copyright takedown. You can file your counter notification, and let's just say it gets reinstated 10 to 14 days later. I can still sue you for that within 3 years. It doesn't matter what happens on YouTube, but at least YouTube will know that you're a repeat mass infringer and you're putting your channel at risk. So I'm giving you a warning that if you don't delete that community posting where you're trying to hijack my comments, you could share my posting and then I would get the comments. But you took a screenshot to steal my comments. If you don't remove that, tomorrow morning I'm filing again. You can file your counter notification. It'll be manual because you have to submit a manual takedown for community postings. You'll have to submit a manual DMCA counter notification. I already know what's going to happen. No worries. You should be worried about YouTube seeing you as a repeat infringer on a monetized channel. Think about that. I'm giving you an opportunity to do the right thing. If you tell me F you, then I'm going to file. And that's that. You will not be siphoning comments off my postings. You can share my postings, but when you share my postings, I get the comments, not you. You're stealing my comment engagement. That's against the terms of service and copyright. And I will file that first thing in the morning. Obviously, I've already screenshot everything, so I've got it all. I've got your record of everything, all your threats and all that. And you accuse me of threatening you. When you threaten me all the time, you threaten every single little thing. Give me a break. I would remove it if I was them. Eli doesn't look like he's effing around. No, I'm not. I'm not. She'll remove it because she knows I'll take it down. She will remove it, right? Ma'am, I don't fear anything about you. I don't fear your lawsuits. I want you to sue me. I'm begging you to sue me. File the suits. Keep the posting up. I'll file that tomorrow. You'll file your counter notification. It'll probably get reinstated in 14 days. I know how the system works, but that still gives me the right to sue you within 3 years in the federal court between that and the other video. And yes, I can file a copyright certificate, and once it gets approved, I can still sue you with the exception of not being able to sue you for statutory damages. I can sue you for injunctive relief to stop you from violating my copyright infringement. And if I sue you for injunctive relief and no monetary, no loss of income, you can't subpoena my financials and then put my financials all over YouTube. That's what you want to do. You want to find a way to subpoena my financials so you can put them all over YouTube as your content, right? I'm not going to sue you right now. But I'll tell you this right now. If you haven't sued me by the time we're done with this case with the current defendant in your same state that you're friends with, it may take another year or two. By the time that case is done, if you haven't sued me, I will sue you. It'll still be within the statute of limitations. Well, defamation is 2 years. So I'd have to file that within 2 years. I think we'll be done before the 2-year mark, but I'll file before the 2-year mark, right? If you haven't sued me. Right? So one way or another, we're going to get this resolved. We're going to take care of this defendant first, and then we're going to take care of you either now by you filing or me filing once we're done with this case. I'm not messing around. You could talk all you want. You could be triggered all you want. I'm not triggered. I'm a very passionate person. I'm standing up for my rights. And I'm coming out here publicly with no shame, being very professional and letting you know and everyone else what's going on. Your audience can see this, and so can mine, right? Even the people that technically want to be at another stream that's probably very boring right now, they're here watching this instead of that. Why? Because this is what they care about. They care about what's really going on here. This is not drama for me. This is real life. Wow, I'm almost done 2 laps and getting pretty warm right now. It's pretty good. Look at this, babe. Babe, you see the Crepelicious? Are you still around, babe? We really need to come and get a Crepelicious soon. Yeah, the leaves are turning yellow. It's beautiful. Don't tease me. Hey, I want one too. I want one too. You know what, babe? Maybe we'll come tomorrow night and get one. Tomorrow or Friday. Maybe we'll just do it Friday night and we can have a nice Friday night dessert. How's that? I'm not going to be talking about you, Florida lady, after tonight, unless something really crazy happens, because all you're doing is putting on this drama, this Eli drama on repeat. Yeah, do you really think that you're going to convince my lady that I don't love her because I haven't proposed to her yet and I haven't gotten her the ring yet? She knows. We're going to do it when the time is right. We've got other bills to pay for right now, and we want to do it right the first time. We're in no hurry. We're in no rush. Do you really think that your trolling is going to piss off my woman to leave me? Listen, women can get up and leave anytime they want, so can men. But I'm not planning on going anywhere, and neither is Dawn. At least last time I checked, right, babe? You tell me. I mean, you tell me. Tia's laughing. If she leaves me, she leaves me. I can't do shit about that. Do you think you coming in here and trolling is going to have any effect on whether my woman wants to leave me or not? If she wants to leave me, she'll just leave. But she doesn't want to leave, and I don't want to leave her. I'm good right where I am. Hey, Lewis, you don't have to have a ring to love someone very much. It comes from the heart. You're right, Lewis. You're absolutely right, Lewis. That would save me a lot of money, too. And I love my woman. She's worth it. I told my lady. She said I could buy her a really cheap ring right now. And it's like, I don't want to buy her a cheap ring, because it would make me feel bad, and she's worth a lot more than that. And I understand it's a status thing and all that, but honestly, Dawn means a lot to me. She means the world to me. She means more to me than any other woman besides, like my mother, obviously, and then my aunt also. Like, I got my immediate original family, but Dawn's right up there. Like, she means more to me than any other woman I've been with or anything like that. So you're going to file the case or what? And you know what? Well, just file it in a civil unlimited. Or just intervene in this case with the defendant. You want to intervene. Just intervene in this case. Make it all simple for yourself. But again, if you file a small claims case, that was a loud truck. It's a diesel. If you file a small claims case on just the settlement agreement, That's probably the only thing you can file in small claims. What else are you going to sue me for monetary damages in small claims? You can't sue me for defamation because I will get the venue changed to a full-blown civil unlimited case. Whoa. That dog was out. No, dude, I'm gone. Oh, I'm out. Peace out. You see, this Florida woman is the kind of woman that'll do things on purpose just to make it more difficult. You know, I'm wondering if it's Jack that's been trolling. There's a guy named Jack that knows my backstory pretty far. He also knows the past songs, his Chicago, Hard Habit to Break. You know, back in the days of my ex, right? You're really stuck on that, man. You really, I mean, honestly, like, you're not over that shit yet, man. I mean, we've grown up since that time. Like, I'm 51. I'm gonna be 52 years old in 1 week. I'm gonna be 52 years old in 1 week. The same day that if I don't take any action, that copyright comes off of this woman's channel. I could still sue her within 3 years. It's just she'll have the video reinstated, and the strike will come off. She'll probably, you know, if that happens, she'll probably just delete the video after it comes back up. She will, because she doesn't want to get flagged down again. That's a vulnerable video. It's okay. I already screen recorded the whole thing. The court has it with the chat and everything, with super chats, the chat, every little thing. The defendant was in there acting in concert. Everything was there, right? So file your suit. If you don't file your suit and you keep threatening to file suit, then I'm going to consider that as slander. And if you write it out, it's going to be libel. You're trying to make threats so you can keep your audience around and trying to intimidate a response out of me so you can have more content on me. And here's the thing, ma'am. Here's the thing. All I'm going to do is protect my rights legally, and that includes if you steal from my channel, then I'm going to start taking you down every time. I'm going to start to take you down every time. And I'm just going to keep a log of all the evidence, and at some point, we will end up in court, whether it's you filing it now, whether I decide to file this copyright case before the 17th in federal court, or I wait till we're done with this circuit civil case with your friend that I'm suing, or you can just intervene in that case, and we can handle it all there. You have many options. Why don't you use one of them? You want to be back in court so badly with me, but you're avoiding it at all costs because you know what I've got. Like, just think about it. Think about it. You're living a double standard, saying that you want to sue me, but you won't intervene in this case that you so badly want to be a part of. But you want to talk like you're going to intervene. You talk like you want to sue, but you know what suing you is going to put you at risk for because you know what I've got. It doesn't matter what you think I've got or don't have. You know what I have, and I know what I have. If you weren't afraid of what I already have, the 100 mountains of evidence on you and many others, you would have already intervened in the case with the defendant right now. You know what that opens you up to, right? So basically, you're just a bunch of hot air. All you are is a bunch of hot air, and tomorrow you're going to be a bunch of hot air. And I'm not going to go live really anymore because of the rest of the year because I just don't have time. Really? A few weeks ago, you were saying that you have a month off and you're going to be streaming a lot. Now, you want to go back to pre-recorded. Why? Because last night I called you out exactly on what you're going to do, and I basically took your thunder away, so you had to kind of do a chat GPT thing, and you didn't use my content because you knew you'd get flagged again, right? And then you want to come and try to say I'm boxed in, right? I'm not boxed in at all. I'm out here breathing the fresh air. I'm all good. I'm going to go home to my lady. We're going to have a nice meal, hang out with our dogs in a nice warm home, right? And you're going to be thinking about what's the next thing you can do to me to sell to your audience. How pathetic is that? To exploit me to your audience because you live and die that. I don't know how much more I can welcome a lawsuit from you and even say that, hey, I'll sign a waiver of service. You don't even have to pay a process server. You send me the paper with a waiver. You send me the summons with a waiver of service, and I'll sign it, and I'll send it back to you certified mail. It won't cost you $75, maybe $3-4 for certified mail. Yeah, I'll spend the $3-4-5, send it back to you certified mail. Then you file it with the court. I waived service. I did you a favor. Hey, I'm willing to do you a favor. All you have to do is sue me. I'm willing to do you a favor and accept service without you having to hire a process server. And all you have to do is sue me, right? All you have to do is sue me, and I'll sign that waiver of service, right? Everyone's probably laughing right now. Everyone's laughing. You know why? Because they know you really don't want to sue me. They know what will happen if you do sue me. They know I'm going to countersue you. And they know the 100 mountains of evidence I have on you. You also know that, right? But you have to keep on trying to spin the narrative to your audience to lead them to believe that you have the upper hand, right? And there's no upper hand here. It's just about what's obviously right or wrong. I'm going to go up and down one more time, then I'm going to wrap it up. Start getting your final questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going off the air in just a few minutes. Are you out of stock accounts? Is that all you got? I can take it. I'm a big boy. I can take it. What I'm not going to do is allow you to exploit me anymore and allow you to defame me and tarnish my reputation out here. So again, if that posting is up tomorrow, I'm going to get up. I don't know when I'm going to get up. I mean, I've been getting up around 6 or 7 in the morning. That's like, what, 9 or 10 Eastern time, your time? On Pacific time. You know, West Coast to best coast. We're 3 hours behind, which is great, right? Great for streaming, right? I'm going to wake up, and if that's there, I'm going to file a manual copyright takedown. And I'm telling you because I'm trying to give you a chance to do the right thing. So that way, when we do go to court, if we do, when, with you, who knows? You play the YouTube optics game. If we go to court, then I can play this stream for the judge and say, Your Honor, I gave her an opportunity to take it down. All I've wanted her to do is stop harassing me and violating my copyright and trying to steal my YouTube engagement, right? She screenshots my postings so that way all the comments and engagement go to her. That's engagement siphoning. That's against terms of service. And it is a copyright issue too. And here's the thing, ma'am. If your channel goes down, I would love for you to sue me again, because this time, what are you going to say? I asserted my copyrights, and YouTube took you down because I filed a copyright? There's no judge in the world that's going to say, well, you violated the terms of service and you violated his copyright. So what did Mr. Melas do wrong to you? You got no leg to stand on, man. You've got no leg to stand on this time. No leg to stand on. Thank you, Angels Asylum. You have no leg to stand on. None. Right? And that's why I took all last year and this year to protect my business and my brand and everything. You have nothing. Nothing. If you file against me, I'll countersue. That's going to go not well for you, right? If you don't sue me, you look bad in front of your audience, right? If you keep on screen shooting my postings and using my content, I'll file DMCAs on you. And you can file your counter notifications. Eventually, YouTube will see you're a repeat infringer of the same person, and they'll demonetize you, remove you from the YouTube Partner Program, and shut down your channel. You think you know the system, ma'am. Let me tell you something. I've been doing YouTube a lot longer than you, and I am a very trustworthy person on the YouTube platform. Very trustworthy. Your channels are not. You're actually circumventing, right? You're circumventing a YouTube ban, ma'am. You are in contempt. Eli, you're in contempt of court. You're in contempt of the settlement agreement when I actually paid the $1,000, and I never asserted any of my video and audio copyrights. It was over the trademark and name of the business, and she knows it, and the judge will know it. But you want to come in here and say I'm in contempt, and you want to get your rocks off for the night. That's on you. File your case. Let's go to court. File your case. Let's go to court, or leave me alone. You can talk about me all you want, but if you screenshot my community posts and engage or siphon my engagement, I'm going to file on you. If you use more than a reasonable amount of my content for fair use, like more than a few short clips, I'm going to file on you. There's more to file on Rumble too. I've only scratched the surface there. So how much further do you want this to go? You tell me, how much further do you want this to go? It's time to walk away. Either sue me or walk away. Right? If you feel I've wronged you, sue me or walk away. So you got stock accounts coming in here just joking, right? So you're not going to sue me, right? Right? Here's the thing. When you don't sue me, then you're going to look really, really horrible in front of your audience, right? But they won't care, because these people know that all you're doing is trying to get a reaction from me. These people are like, they're like the lowest of the low, right? They're like the lowest of the low. Those are the kinds of people that you associate with. Those are the types of people that you're practically begging for their validation each and every day, right? It's really sad, right? It's really sad. Oh, I'm not angry. You want to know something? that's probably you, Jack. As a representative of the other side, thank you for another angry Eli stream. I'm not angry at all. And I could care less what you think. What's going to happen to the Florida lady is up to her. If she continues to violate my copyright, continues to violate my civil rights, I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to protect myself. I wouldn't be surprised if she's already deleted that posting. I would not be surprised. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to wrap up by saying this. And let me put a 1 in the chat if you're here. If you're here, put a 1 in the chat. Please put a 1 in the chat. This is important. I'm going to tell you all right now what the most important thing is to that woman. The most important thing to that Florida woman is her monetized YouTube channel. That is her baby. She's live and die that channel. That channel is her identity. That channel is where the people that she feels is her supposed friends are all coming to that channel, right? So let me tell you something. That's what she's trying to protect more than anything. She cares more about that monetized YouTube channel than any court case. She doesn't care about these court cases. She doesn't want to really go to court. She wants to create drama content, leading people to believe that she's going to bury me or ruin me in court and take me for everything I've got. Which she's going to say, oh, it's not much anyway, right? That channel is everything that you've got. That's your entire identity, right? So just think about that. Think about what you're doing to the one thing that you have placed your entire identity on. The more you come at me, the more I'm going to protect myself, my intellectual property, and otherwise. If it comes at the expense of the one thing you've tied your entire identity to, this YouTube channel, that's on you, ma'am. That's not me. And if your channel goes down for whatever reason and you want to sue me again, I'm ready to go to court with you right now over anything. I want you to sue me for breathing air so I can countersue you for everything I've got on you. Right? I don't care what the hell you sue me for. Sue me for walking. Sue me for breathing air. Sue me for climbing a tree. Sue me for driving. Sue me for eating food to stay alive. Sue me for taking a dump. Sue me for going pee-pee. My God, what else? You can sue me for anything, because in this country, ma'am, you can sue anyone for anything at any time. Doesn't mean you're going to win. But you initiate that case, that's where my counter suit comes in. My countersuit, the size or bigger than the size of a phone book, comes in. And you don't want that, right? You don't want that because you already know what's there. You know what you've done. You know what you've done, right? Do the right thing. Time to walk away. I'm not playing. This is the last time I'm talking about this for right now. You can go off all week. I'll just quietly preserve the evidence. This is it. This was done tonight to basically put you on notice, public notice. Right? You've been put on public notice. Now the rest's up to you. If you sue me, you give me what I want. I get to countersue you, which is what I've always wanted, right? Now, I would sue you myself, but right now I'm in another case. But if you countersue me, it makes it easier. Sorry, if you sue me and then I countersue you, that's easier for right now. Right now, I don't have the time to initiate another case, but I have the time to respond to one. So, yeah, if you sue me, you give me what I want. If you don't sue me, you're looking horrible to your audience because you're lying. Either way, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Now, you could sue me and then try to make content out of it and try to spin everything the opposite way, saying I don't have a chance in hell, but we all know the truth. You know what's going to happen when we face a judge, and that's what matters more than YouTube optics, ma'am. That matters more than YouTube optics, right? So I'm going to go now, spend some time with my lady, and yeah, I have no doubt that you're not going to de-escalate. My lady just posted her quote of the night, of the day, respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Dawn says, the internet gives people a mask. When nobody knows who they are, their worst impulses come out. Just something to think about for all the trolls out there. That's beautifully said, babe. Let me read it one more time. The internet gives people a mask. When nobody knows who they are, their worst impulses come out. Just something to think about for all the trolls out there. Lots of love, babe. See you in a bit. Lewis Fuller says, okay, everybody, much love and respect. Have a great night. Remember, tomorrow is not promised. Tia says 100 and 100. Thank you so much, Tia. Thank you to everyone for being here. So tomorrow, I'm going back to regular content here. The defendant has not been really, talking a lot about me. I still think he's active on some sock accounts. I think the defendant was active in the Florida lady's channel earlier this morning in the sock account. I'm not accusing him, but I have a strong intuition, and I'm guessing that the get a haircut, you Rapunzel wannabe is the defendant, because the cadence is exactly like the defendant. And the defendant did not show up at all in his main drama channel that he's on live tonight, and also his secondary pop culture monetized channel. He didn't show up because he knows every time he shows up, it turns into an exhibit because he gives me stuff to file. So instead of showing up being his publicly identifiable self, he comes in on sock accounts. Now, again, I'm not accusing him, but I highly assume, which is my opinion, I highly assume in my opinion that get a haircut Rapunzel is him, right? And I also think that the Kit channel is either him or somebody very close to him, because, listen, you have to understand that in order to write like 6 paragraphs worth of stuff that are very emotionally triggering, it has to come from the actual person. Like, listen, these sock accounts are not as emotionally invested as the defendant and the woman he's acting in concert with, the Florida woman. It's one of those two. But because she was live on the air, I'm sure the defendant was those sock accounts. Again, I'm not accusing you, but hey, the cadence is just like you. And I'll tell you what, we're going to find out in discovery when we subpoena the platforms. We're going to find out exactly who runs those sock accounts. If you're using the VPN, we'll get your ISP. We'll get your ISP's IP address from your VPN, and then we will, once we have your IP of your ISP, we'll contact them for your subscriber information, right? And then we can tie the account, right? So yeah, YouTube will give us the IP address. If it's a VPN, then the VPN will show us the ISP IP, and then we will subpoena the ISP, Internet Service Provider, for the subscriber information. And then we will depose you. We will depose you on why you said the things you said on sock accounts, right? Hey, look, it's time to really grow up, isn't it, right? Got a 40-year-old man and almost a 60-year-old woman conspiring, acting in concert to basically continue their defamation for dollars campaign on me, right? A 40-year-old and a 40-year-old man and almost a 60-year-old woman behaving this way. Wow. Who would have thought, right? I've said it all. Love you all. She's live to try to prove. Wow. So you're basically saying that that me sharing the truth triggered her so much that she went live. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she went live because she's so triggered, right? She's triggered. Spiraling out of control on YouTube in real time. I'm cool. Like, let me ask you a question, Angels. TS says 1. Listen, let me ask you folks. You know I'm passionate. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel I've been cool, calm, and collected, and I'm just a passionate person expressing myself. I'm not asking you to kiss my ass. I'm not asking you to lie or take my side because you don't like her. I want you to be honest. Put a 1 in the chat if I've been cool, calm, and collected, and now she's live, and over in her neck of the woods right now, it's probably like 9:15 or 9:30 Eastern. TS says 1. Ha ha ha, she outed herself. You are not triggered at all, Eli. Of course not. How did she out herself, GLM? It makes me want to stay on a little bit longer. She outed herself that she was here watching my words very closely. Man, you follow me everywhere, huh, ma'am? You have been cool the entire time while she's here trying to trigger you. Right. Right, here's the thing. You folks have to understand that when these sock accounts are acting very emotionally overreactive, you have to understand that if someone is just playing and they're a sock account, they're playing, they're not emotionally invested, so they're not going to be able to keep the emotional charge up, right? So you have to assume, highly assume, that the sock accounts that are coming off extremely emotionally charged have got to be the people that are at the top of this thing. One is the defendant, which he's live on his channel. Now she wasn't live, but now she's live trying to. Oh, so she's live trying to create an alibi that she wasn't trolling, huh? Flex said hi to everyone. Wonderful. All the trolling stopped as soon as she went live. Yeah, it's got to be her. It's got to be her. See, here's the thing. The defendant is trolling in her chat from the Get a Haircut Rapunzel channel, and then she's trolling on multiple accounts because she's had all the time in the world. She's probably getting with some other people that have taught her how to make these accounts, or she's probably buying them or something, in my opinion. I'm just sharing an opinion. And so she's trolling. When the defendant is live, she's trolling me here. When she's live, the defendant trolls over there now without his main identifiable accounts. Wow, how pathetic, man. Whew, how pathetic. Wow, you're all getting exposed. Oh, by the way, MJ, I saw your Professor Alan Dershowitz video. Eli Dershowitz, right? MJ, you're watching right now because you love the drama, MJ. And I'm not here to create drama, MJ. I'm here to just say you're sucked in. You want to call it drama or whatever, call it whatever you want, but you're sucked into my story, MJ. You're sucked into my story to the point of where you can't stop. You can't stop either, MJ. You can't stop. You tried to take my caricature and likeness and all that. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to flag you down, MJ. That's okay. I'll consider that one parody, right? Regardless, MJ, come on, man. What do you think that's going to do? Like, you're a small little channel. You're a blip on the radar, man. Barely a blip on the radar. What do you think? Like, listen, you got my reaction. I'm giving it to you because I'm laughing. I'm like, what the hell do you want to get out of that? You're not making any money off that. Does my reaction make you feel better? If so, I'm glad I can make you feel better, man. I'm here to help everyone and make everyone feel better, MJ. You all want a piece of me, right? Because I filed this lawsuit finally to basically destroy this group of people that have been ruining my reputation for the last 6+ years. And you folks don't like that because it's like taking your toy away. It's like taking a toy away from a baby, right? GLM says, maybe so. MJ is still watching. Haha. MJ, yeah. I'm surprised he can afford the internet to get on here. That's terrible. That's terrible, Glim. GLM. I say Glim because our dog Bochi, you know, can't pronounce like acronyms and stuff. So like GLM to Bochi, our big dog, it's Glim. Hello, Glim. Bochi wasn't happy with me earlier. He wanted me to spend time with him. And he said, you'd rather go on that Glim panel and talk shit instead of spend time with me. Well, I'm not going there to talk shit, Bochi. I'm going there to support people I care for that are dealing with similar abusive people that I'm dealing with. Take note that she is harassing Eli in the evening in the house with the foster child. She can't keep this away from the child. That is a very true statement, right? So she's sitting there in that house with a minor foster child harassing me on YouTube. It's a very good point, GLM. It's a very good point. MJ watches everybody. You're right, Angels. Well, what else does he have to do? You know what? MJ put himself in this position. MJ put himself in this position, right? MJ's done a lot of crazy things with money. He was super chatting me lots of money at one point. You know why? Because I think that was the time when he was getting paid from the former sponsor, the caregiver. Are you mad, MJ, that I'm going to be subpoenaing the caregiver and deposing him? Boy, man, this is going to be good. This is going to be real good. We'll be singing some Salt and Pepper. Ah, push it. Push it real good. Boop, 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 doo, 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 doo. Angels Asylum, but says he doesn't, and then laughs at himself. Right. I know he was nervous you were suing him. What are you talking about, Angels Asylum? Who are you talking about? Just come out and say it. It's all good. Are you talking about the defendant? That's pretty bad and sad that these people have nothing else to do except being on their computer, trolling you and everybody else while playing with themselves. Louis Fuller behind the computer screen in their mama's basement in her house, right? MJ can't handle anything more on his plate. You suing him will send him spiral. I'm not going to sue MJ. I have no reason to sue MJ. I could subpoena him, but I don't need to. He's going to be worthless as a witness anyway. For some reason, MJ did a video saying he thought you were going to sue him. No, I never said I was going to sue him. Well, no. Oh, I know what he's talking about now. He's talking about, he made the cartoon series on me using my real name, using actual clips, using actual verbiage from my live streams, and I believe he morphed my voice for my live stream. Like, that's all copyright right there. But you know what? It was like 4 or 5 years ago, and he was saying, I lost the channel where that was at, and I don't have the backups. Well, I have them. I have the backups, MJ. I do. I have the backups of the CUCKY tunes, right? Right. I have the all of them, right? There was even one that was sexually explicit. MJ would be a terrible witness to anyone. He's homeless, severely mentally ill, does drugs, and accuses. Yeah, it probably about sums him up. It was just confusing, but it made me laugh because he thought you were coming after him too. Well, I was going to come after him years ago. You remember the Texas the caregiver guy, right? He was paying all these people, including MJ, money to make cartoons on me and to harass and defame me. He did the same thing for the defendant and many other people. Like, a lot of these people were paid by the Texas caregiver guy that got a large inheritance when his parents passed away, right? So this guy got a large inheritance. He's living off of his parents' money that passed away. And then these people have the nerve to talk shit about me and say I'm living off my family's money, which I'm not. Yes, I share a home with my mother and my girlfriend Dawn. It's a big home, and we have our own in-law unit. And the money we put into it, into the mortgage and all that, it's going to go right back to the estate. So that's a smart thing to do. So it's okay for the guy that's paying all these people money that just got a big inheritance to live off his family's estate, but not me, in which I'm not even doing that, right? But they accuse me of that, right? But let's say I was living off of it for shits and giggles, right? It's okay when the guy that's living off his family's estate is giving them money, but it wouldn't be okay for me to get help from my family if needed, right? Wow, these people are just really big hypocrites, I swear to God. This is the weirdest, most delusional, delirious group of people I've ever encountered in my entire life. Is she still alive, GOM? Is she still alive going crazy? Wow, she got so triggered. She got so triggered that she went live. I've really got to go home. This is, Jesus Christ, 88 minutes, an hour and 28 minutes. Wow. Oh, MJ was funded by that guy too. Yes, he was. You don't know a lot of the backstory, do you? I could do like a 10-year, a 10-season, like 20 episode per season documentary on this. I could do 200 episodes, that an hour each. That's 200 hours, and that still wouldn't be enough to cover everything. Like, seriously, we could do like this could be like a soap opera. Like my lady watches General Hospital, GH, and it's been on for like 63 seasons or something like that, right, babe? And like, literally, I could probably do like a 63 season, and I'm gonna be dead before 63 years. I'm 52, right? I'd be like 63, 65 with 11. I'd be like almost like 120 by the time I'd even get through all the content necessary to get, everything all said and done properly in this documentary of what's happened with these people for the last 6 to 8 years. Is she still alive right now? You triggered the shit out of them, huh? I wasn't even trying to trigger them. I'm just trying to set the record straight. I'm just saying, hey, look, this is what's going to happen if you don't stop. And I practically was begging her to sue me. I'm begging her to file the lawsuit or intervene in the case with the defendant, right? Like honestly, she wants to sue me. Why won't she do it? Like, I want you to sue me. You say you want to sue me. I'm telling you, I would love for you to sue me. I welcome your lawsuit. I'll even sign a waiver of service. I'll serve myself. I'll spare you the headache of hiring a process server, right? I'll make it easy for you. You say you want to sue me. I'll make it so easy for you, right? That way you don't have to hire Twiggy again, right? You don't have to hire the process server and their group from Southern California to drive 500 miles to take video footage and then to make a mockery out of the court system and the service of process and all that, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the beauty of it, says Angels Asylum. You're not meaning to trigger them. You actually just want it to stop. And since you don't get triggered, it triggers them. Well, you know what triggers them, Angel? It's the truth. What would trigger anyone, Angel? What would trigger anyone that's lying to their audience and saying the complete opposite about me, for example, compared to what's true? And they do that just to keep feeding the audience what they want to keep them around and get donations and for validation as well, right? What triggers people more than anything is the truth. You expose the truth, right? They don't like it. You expose the truth and they don't like it. Facts, Eli. Is she still alive right now? Lewis, Florida. This is kind of like a soap opera. Do people attacking you and stuck in the middle? Yeah, you're right, Lewis. Is she still alive or not? Can somebody respond to me, please? The truth hurts, but the truth shall also set you free, right? That is why dads are so important. You're right, GLM. You're right. That's why dads are so important, right? You know? It's important as a little girl that you have your dad to look up to and to sit on his lap, when something goes wrong and daddy can make everything right. And then you have mommy as well too, right? The truth shouldn't hurt if you aren't a POS, right? I will look 1 sec, says Angels Asylum. Okay, thank you. My dad is my hero. So is mine. And my dad's in a better place. And he's still my hero. I will be your hero, baby. Remember that song, babe? What was that? Enrique? Iglesias? Remember Enrique Iglesias? You can't take my breath away. God bless dads everywhere. You're right, GLM. You're right, GLM. GLM, she's in here right now mass flagging comments, right? That's what she does. And then she says she doesn't, right? This is going on longer than I thought, but it's all good. Man, it's cold, but I'm so warmed up because I have my gloves on and my jacket. But look, you can't see it here. You can probably see it under the light. Nobody told me if she's still alive. I guess I could go check. I don't care. I will just make another channel. I'm not attached to this. Like her. Yeah. Yeah, no, her whole identity is based on YouTube. I didn't see her. Okay. Well, I got to go, folks. Thank you so much. 95 minutes, an hour, and 35 minutes. 41 in the box. Wow. Again, I'm done. I'm done with this for now. The next time I'll probably talk about this stuff is it unless something major happens, or once I find out what's going on with the motion to dismiss slash anti-slap hearing. Thanks, Eli, says Tia. I really hope you enjoyed the show. I'm sorry I had to get everything out tonight, and I had to set the record straight. I've been having to set the record straight for a while, but thank you so much, GLM. I know I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on your show earlier today, by the way. Look, you know what? I just want to correct the record. You know, I'm not here to harm anyone. And, you know, I don't enjoy these streams. I don't enjoy these streams, but I'm really, really tired. I'm really, really tired of this same group of people just trying to just trying to take and take and take and take and take, right? I got to be real, real careful because I almost said something that could have affected my channel. Don't want that happening again. It's all good. Love you all. We're about to hit 97 minutes right now. 97 minutes, an hour, and 37 minutes. You did it well. Thank you, Tia. Thank you, babe. Thank you, GLM. Thank you, Angels. Thank you, anyone else that was here. Lots of love. Thank you, Lewis Fuller. Lewis Fuller, you are the man. Have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other. See you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.